ready for a big Lanterns update because there is a lot going on. Shortly after we got the announcement from James Gunn, we started to get news trickling in, and now it appears we have a pretty big update on when production will start, as well as some casting details for Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan. Let's take a couple minutes to talk about the new James Gunn Lantern series, what's going on, and when we'll likely see the show. Now before we do that though, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button and ring the bell for all the updates. We do daily Marvel and DC videos, and we want to be your place for all the superhero news, but we're going to bring it to you truthfully and transparently so you are in the know. Well, late last month, we finally got an update on the Lantern series coming to the DCU. Now, Green Lantern's been in the works for a long time for Mac, but James Gunn, when he took over DC Studios, well, that series got cast aside, and we've got this new iteration that's coming our way. Now, we already found out that Emmy Award-winning Lost and Watchmen creator Damon Lindelof is working on the pilot script, along with Ozark showrunner Chris Mundy and acclaimed comic book writer Tom King. Now, this came via social media last month, where Gunn welcomed the creative team to the DCU and even referred to them as a crack team of writers. Now, since then, we've been hearing rumors and tidbits trickling their way online, and we have an interesting update from Nexus Point News. To be very clear, Nexus Point is not DC Studios or James Gunn, so we absolutely want to take this with a grain of salt, but it's falling in line pretty closely with several other rumors we're hearing, and as we speculated in the last video, if there's a script done, well, it's time to move on for casting, and that appears to be what's happening. But first, let's talk about the production. Now, according to Nexus Point News, there's a lot going on. Now, the site is reporting that production is set to commence early in 2025. Now, this will happen over in the United Kingdom and is scheduled for Q1, meaning January to March. Now, should the show shoot from January to March, it definitely puts it on track for a 2026 release date, meaning it's distinctly possible February, March, maybe even April of that year. Well, we'll already be getting a look at Lanterns, and that'll give us a 1-2 punch that year because Supergirl comes out later that summer. Now, beyond the production news, they also reported there is some casting going underway looking for the series leads. Now, they're not kicking around any names, so any of that stuff you're hearing about specific actors is probably purely in the rumor mill. But they did seem to confirm that they are looking for 2 actors, one a white actor between 43 and 49 to play Hal Jordan, and a black actor between 27 and 35 to play Jon Stewart. This 100% lines up with the previous reports that Hal Jordan will be mentoring a younger, less experienced Jon Stewart in the series. This has been a long rumored story and kind of parallels some of the things that happened in the comics, and for me, I think is a great way to introduce both characters into the DCU. And with Nathan Fillion, they already have 3 Lanterns active within the first 18 months of the DCU's rebirth. Now, that third Lantern, Nathan Fillion, who will be playing the Guy Gardner version of the Green Lantern, who will make his debut in this year's Superman, is also expected to have a supporting role in the series. How many episodes he appears in, well, that's totally up in the air, but I think it's pretty required if Guy Gardner shows up in Superman that he could be the tie into that series, and if I'm making any guesses, he'll probably just be in the first and maybe the last episode. Now, we know from James Gunn this is going to be a very True Detectives-like show, but with space cops, and their precinct is Earth. So I expect a lot of spectacle in the series, and I'm really curious how James Gunn is going to pull this one off because the show itself sounds pretty expensive, so it better be a big success. Obviously, we're going to follow Lanterns pretty closely. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll bring you the latest Lantern updates as soon as they come in.